The retrial for YNW Melly has been pushed back yet again, but this time, the judge dropped shocking news about the possibility of Melly getting out on bond. It started when word broke that Melly's double retrial was postponed once more. In a Friday hearing on August 8th, the 4th District Court of Appeals issued a stay in the case, giving time to review a motion filed by the state attorney's office. This stay means the trial won't kick off in September, but will instead be delayed all the way to January 2027. This twist is wild, especially since just weeks earlier, the judge made this statement in open court.
Not disputing that.
So I don't know what else I can do at this point. You've asked me to press pause on all these motions. I'll press pause. I'm not going to move this trial date. This trial is going forward in September. So if these motions are heard next month, or they're heard in March, or they're heard in August, or they're heard contemporaneously during his trial, which again would not be the most ideal way to do things. If that's what ends up happening, that's what ends up happening. But the one thing I can tell you is not going to happen is someone that has been in custody for 2,160 days, his trial is not going to be delayed under any circumstance. So that being said, what else would you like me to do this morning?
Well,
the judge had flat out claimed he'd never allow the trial to be delayed. Yet a month later, here we are. To some, that feels shady. But this delay stems from 3 key reasons, and Melly's lawyers might flip them into an advantage to secure his bond release. To understand when, we have to look at how and why the prosecutors made this move. Their plan? Bring in brand new evidence against Melly to lock in a conviction at retrial. One piece of that evidence is a Facebook post tagging YNW Melly alongside Young Thug, a move to connect him to the same Red Street crew prosecutors claim Young Thug belongs to.
Same thing, the use of the slap term, 5-point star, snake. He's saying he's YSL, he's hanging with him. And he puts up his YNW for life hashtag on it with Mr. Demons has big B hand signs displayed.
Right, and see with individuals again, I'm assuming that's also Young Thug. That's also unknown.
Yes.
Also important to your investigation, correct?
Yes.
Also publicly available for anyone to see and capture.
Inside the courtroom, Melly shocked everyone by telling his attorneys to stop fighting it and let the evidence in. He clearly didn't care. Reporters noted, today's hearing marked the first time Melly publicly went against his legal team's advice in open court, yelling for them to allow the evidence.
Yes, sir.
against our advice, our client wants to proceed.
You objected to their request we need to determine this automatic stay.
Based upon what our client has instructed us, yes, sir.
Those sitting nearby overheard him say, word for word, I don't care. I'm not in no gang. They can't prove it.
I'm aware that 924-071 call for an automatic stay while
they were aggravators. They go to membership in a gang. There were things that the jury would have to find before going into penalty.
Not aggravator, that's the death penalty. Aggravator, that's the enhancement itself, Your Honor. That was charged. He was charged in committing the murder for the further conviction, which is an aggravator in terms of the guilt.
something that they would have to find by way of an interrogatory.
Yes.
But while Melly isn't concerned about that post, it's another piece of evidence that's a real threat. This one came from a former O-Block member who snitched before King Von's death and Melly's arrest. The two were close friends, but according to what Von allegedly told people in O-Block, Melly once asked him for advice, not about music, but about dealing with people and getting rid of them.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Walter Bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
Now prosecutors have 2 whole years to make that evidence stick. If they succeed, Melly's fate is sealed. And there's more trouble. Melly is also facing a completely separate case with a possible life sentence. In his first trial, he dodged a guilty verdict only because his girlfriend, Mariah Hamilton, fled the U.S. and never testified. But now she's back, and she's in custody.
Mariah Hamilton is spending her first day at the Broward County Jail. She has no arrest record until now. U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested her at Miami International Airport Monday after she arrived on an international flight. Court records show Hamilton was ordered to testify in Demon's first trial in 2023.
Mariah spent just days in jail before striking a deal, testify against Melly, and walk free. She agreed instantly, a devastating blow for him. She even wrote on Facebook, "Into my village. Thank you to my village. I love you all so much. God's plan, not mine." Prosecutors want her because her iCloud allegedly contains proof Melly forced her not to testify. Classic witness tampering. Using the jail phone, Melly reportedly told her to leave the country. That alone carries a life sentence, even if it's cleared in the sack chaser and juvie case.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
This witness tampering charge stands apart from the murder trial. Even if he's found innocent in one, he could still spend life in prison for the other. The evidence is serious. Melly hasn't had access to a phone in over 3 years, after jail officials banned him for abusing calls. His mother, Jamie King, even went public accusing the jail of blocking his mail and phone access.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail. They don't give it to him.
That ban all but confirms the jail believes he tampered with witnesses over the phone. They wouldn't take such extreme action without evidence. Otherwise, they'd face a massive lawsuit. Jamie King has since said she's heartbroken and feels powerless, insisting her son isn't even being treated like a human.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
The case grabbed major attention, especially in hip-hop circles. Charleston White weighed in, saying Melly shouldn't expect special treatment just because he's famous.
The YNW Melly, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing about being mistreated when you done chose to play somebody.
Rapper Boosie also spoke out, highlighting the stress Jamie King has been living with.
Okay, so
then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
And with Mariah turning against him, things keep spiraling. Prosecutors now also have YNW Bortland cooperating. The judge revealed Melly will be tried alongside Bortland in the next hearing, whenever that is.
Mr. Henry is going to remain set for trial September the 10th at 9 o'clock with Mr. Demons, pending whatever future motion that I may hear. I'm in another capital case right now. I have 4 hearing dates left available between now and September the 10th. I gave the parties those 4 dates, and I'm holding all of those dates and times open only for these 2 defendants. So anything that you need, okay? Yes, sir.
During Wednesday's hearing, Judge Martin Fain noted, "For now, Mr. Henry remains set for trial in September with YNW Melly. But now it's been moved whenever the retrial happens. This is bad news for Melly. His relationship with Bortland has collapsed. The court even issued a no-contact order, no speaking, no lawyer communication, essentially isolating them. Prosecutors hope that sitting beside Melly will push Bortland into snitching.
Here, and you can try them together. It is to the benefit of the state to try them together. It's just more efficient. You don't have to do things again and again. Do it all at once, and also you get a better chance of having them incriminate each other during the trial. It benefits the defense to sever it. That way they can point the finger at each other and get away with it. So this is what's going on. But I don't think it should be automatically severed because the state is seeking a penalty for Melly, because it's only the penalty phase of the trial that would be different, not the guilt phase. The guilt phase is the same. They're both capital crimes. You're seeking the penalty on one, not the other, but that goes into the second part of the trial, the penalty phase, only if Melly is found guilty.
If Bortland knows is innocent, he's not likely to just take a life sentence without fighting back, which could mean pointing the finger at Melly, just like Melly's defense team tried to do to him in the first trial. They haven't spoken since.
Those were his lies. Courtroom Henry shows up at Memorial Hospital, Miramar. You don't see him sitting there, but where you will see him sitting is in the driver's seat of a car with two bodies, car riddled with bullets. And when he shows up with a change of clothing, change of shirt, powder residue on his hands, evidencing that he had discharged a firearm. And he lies. He lies about where the incident occurred. He lies about how it occurred. And he lies about not having a phone. I think it was Miss Bradley herself who said, everybody has a phone in his pocket, not Cortland Henry.
Back then, Melly's lawyer told the jury it was Bortland lying to the feds, and that gunpowder residue was found on his hands. They even brought in a forensic scientist to testify that Bortland was the last person seen with Sack Chaser and Juvie alive.
So the right hand of Cortland Henry contained 0 particles characteristic of heart residue and two-component particles, and the left hand contained 1 particle characteristic of heart residue and 1 two-component particle.
Okay. And can you explain to us what that means?
Basically, overall, there was heart residue present on the hands.
That didn't sit well with Bortland. The same day Melly's mistrial was declared, he tweeted, "Mind games don't work on people like me," alongside a handshake emoji, as if signaling he'd made a deal. And prosecutors have more leverage.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Dimmons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortland allegedly tampered with the witness.
Investigators said they found handwritten notes during a raid at Bortland's home, describing jurors' appearances. This was right before Melly's lawyer started dropping evidence on him, suggesting Bortland might have been preparing to retaliate if things went badly in court.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Holy sh! Like, come the f on! It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
With Bortland now on their side, prosecutors can also address a key question. What happened in the 3 hours right after the murders? Just hours later, Melly was caught on video dancing in a parking lot with Bortlen like nothing happened.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! No, still turned. Regardless of what happened, you already know.
They also want to know why Melly left the studio early, climbed into the back left seat of the Jeep, and waited for the others.
Excuse me, you're able to see? Yes? All right.
If they can match that to the court document stating, the direction of bullets traveling left to right in the car supports a claim they came from the back left seat where Melly was positioned, it's a major problem for him, especially since Juvie's mother already confirmed he was there.
Can you state your name? Your full legal name for the jury?
Leon Phillips.
Okay. And are you related to one of the victims in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Janelle.
So what do you think? Is Melly guilty or not? Drop your theories below, and hit the like button if you're still a fan of YNW Melly.